The duel on Mustafar between the Jedi Master Obi-Wan Kenobi and the newly anointed Darth Vader ended with Vader losing his remaining limbs and being severely burned. Obi-Wan chose to leave his former friend and apprentice on the shore of the volcanic planet to die, unable to finish him and kill him there. After this, Obi-Wan would go into exile, looking after Vader's own son, Luke. In A New Hope, by Obi-Wan's comments to Luke, it is clear he is aware that Darth Vader, the Imperial Enforcer, is indeed Anakin, but how does he know this? And more importantly, how did he discover Anakin survived, and was encased in a suit of armor that allowed him to continue on living? When Obi-Wan originally departed Mustafar, he was under the impression Anakin would die from his injuries. He went into exile on Tatooine believing this. For the start of his time on Tatooine, Obi-Wan kept a very watchful eye on the young Luke Skywalker, visiting his home nearly every day. Obi-Wan's time in exile gave him the opportunity to truly ponder on the events that had transpired. He took this time to reach out through the Force, feeling that Anakin, or rather Vader, may still be alive, feeling the pure hatred. But even after this, Obi-Wan could not be sure if this was a remnant of the anger he had felt on Mustafar, or if Vader had truly survived his injuries. Obi-Wan also frequently attempted to seek Qui-Gon through the Force, but oddly could not feel him, becoming worried because of it. As time passed, Obi-Wan began frequenting the cantina in Mos Eisley. It was here that Obi-Wan overheard that a mysterious Imperial leader named Vader had just won a striking victory for the Empire. Across the galaxy, many Jedi heard the warning from Obi-Wan, cautioning the remaining Jedi about the newly formed Empire and asking them to retreat into hiding. Some Jedi, however, did not follow Obi-Wan's wishes. A group of Jedi gathered and retreated to the planet of Kashyyyk, where they had heard Yoda, Luminara, and Quinlan Vos had been stationed before the commencement of Order 66. These Jedi deduced that if these powerful masters had all been on Kashyyyk, at least one of them had to still be alive. The Wookiee planet welcomed the Jedi as they regrouped. Unbeknownst to them, their gathering would prove to be the first major test for the newly repaired Darth Vader. Vader and Tarkin struck a deal that they would attack the Jedi on the planet, and set an example of those who did not obey the wishes of the Empire. In exchange for Tarkin's help, Vader would allow him to enslave the Wookiees and use them to construct the Death Star. The Emperor ordered that they not only destroy the Jedi and those aiding them, but utterly annihilate them, as the first real show of the Empire's might. This began by attacking Kashyyyk's largest city, as well as the location of the fugitive Jedi. The Jedi, however, remained hidden. In a show of power, Vader personally struck down wave after wave of Wookiee warriors, as even their finest were no match for the Sith. The Jedi eventually revealed themselves, unable to allow the death of more innocent Wookiees. Vader ordered his men to focus on the Wookiee assault, and leave all the Jedi to him personally. As the group of Jedi fought Vader, he struck several down, and incapacitated others. Eventually, a Jedi Master rose above the rest, ordering the remaining Jedi to escape. As this Jedi Master stood against Vader, they were evenly matched for a time, and he even outclassed Vader with a lightsaber. Vader eventually became rage-filled, and used the Force to cripple the Jedi, and sent him flying off of a platform where he would land severely injured. Vader slowly descended to the fallen Jedi Master, telling him although some of his friends had escaped, he would pay the price, and that all the Jedi would eventually be gone. Vader also took this moment to tell the Jedi he was in fact Anakin Skywalker, leaving him there to succumb to his injuries. Once in orbit, Vader ordered a full strike of the major cities of Kashyyyk for payment for harboring the Jedi. Tarkin advised against this, telling Vader they would lose substantial slave labor. The Dark Lord, however, did not care, as he had promised the Jedi he would pay. This battle and victory on behalf of Vader and the Empire is how Obi-Wan discovered Anakin, or Vader, was alive. Obi-Wan at the Jedi Temple earlier had discovered Anakin had been deemed Darth Vader, and hearing the name of this dreaded Imperial Enforcer confirmed his suspicions his former apprentice survived his injuries. This realization caused Obi-Wan to be thrown into a panic, causing a scene at the cantina in a fit of worry, and eventually being thrown out. Obi-Wan quickly attempted to venture back to Luke, terrified that not only had Vader survived, but that he had hid his son and himself away on a planet the Sith knew very well. However, Obi-Wan took a moment of meditation, and finally his former master Qui-Gon reached him, telling Obi-Wan Vader would not return to Tatooine, as it represented everything he had grown to despise: shackles and slavery to the Sith, and he would never return due to the intense pain he felt concerning it. So that is how Obi-Wan discovered Anakin or Vader was still alive. This is the Legends explanation, and in canon, we currently don't have an answer to this question. Personally, I really love how Obi-Wan found out, and even more the terror he felt following. It really does a great job to establish where everyone is and how they feel after the events of Revenge of the Sith. I like it because it all seems like the logical progression everyone would follow after the events, and the idea that Obi-Wan always felt something was off in the Force but suspected it might be some sort of echo is something I find fascinating. Anyway, tell me what you think. Do you like this explanation? And do you think we will ever get an in-canon explanation? And if so, how would you handle it if it were up to you? Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't yet, maybe consider subscribing to ensure you stay up to date with everything Star Wars related. If you enjoyed, please leave a like as it helps the channel out a great deal and I really appreciate it. If you have any lore topics or questions you want answered, do not hesitate to tweet them at me at Stupendous Wave on Twitter or leave a comment and I will try my best to answer or of course make a full video dedicated to that topic. Thanks again for watching, may the Force be with you, and have a great day.